Hello, in this video we're going to learn how to find limits with radicals. By radical, I mean the square root function. So just remember, radical will mean the square root function. I'll give you an example. Limit x approaching 9, square root of x minus 3 over x minus 9. Now the question is to solve this problem. You can do it in 2 steps. Step 1, as usual, in place of x, plug in 9. So you get square root of 9 minus 3 over 9 minus 9. This will give you 0 over 0. Now we see that this is not acceptable. So you try and simplify the problem. How do you simplify the problem? Well, this is a technique called as rationalizing. You multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of the root. What do you mean by the conjugate? It means the opposite. The square root of x plus 3, square root of x plus 3. Keep them in brackets to simplify. Now, after this step, you'll have to remember this formula. A minus b times a plus b equals a squared minus b squared. You have to remember this formula here. So the top here is of the form a minus b, a plus b, where a is the root x and b is 3. So that should become x minus 9, put in bracket. Don't multiply the bottom, keep it as it is. Now, why do we keep it as it is? To check, does anything cancel out? This and this cancels. So you're left with 1 over square root of x plus 3. And then in place of x, you plug in 9. So you should get 1 over 3 plus 3. The square root of 9 is 3, which will give you 1 over 6. So the answer to this problem is 1 over 6, not 0 over 0. It's 1 over 6. Let's do one more. Okay, one more example. I give you limit x approaching 0 now. Square root of x minus 4, x plus 4 minus 2 divided by x. Okay, once again, you start the problem in 2 steps. In place of x, plug in 0. You get square root of 4 minus 2 over x 0. This will give you 0 over 0. Not acceptable. You try and simplify the problem. Remember, you always do step 1 because sometimes in step 1 itself you will get the answer. You don't have to do step 2. You only do step 2 if you get 0 over 0. That's why we are doing step 1 every time. Okay, now we try to rationalize this. We do square root of x plus 4 plus 2, square root of x plus 4 plus 2. And keep them in brackets. Don't need to keep the x in bracket. Simplify the top. What do you get? Using the formula x is squared minus b squared. The bottom as it is. 4 minus 4 is 0. You're left with x plus 4 plus 2. And then you check, does anything cancel out now? X and x cancels. You're left with 1 over square root of x plus 4 plus 2. And then in place of x, you plug in the 0. Then what do you get? Square root of 4, which is 2, which is 1 over 4. So the answer to the given problem is 1 over 4. So any such problem, try to do it in 2 steps, and you will get the answer. Any questions, you can type below, and I will try and answer.